tight at all. You can rip one off, but you just gauge to see the length. And in this instance, I can go probably about 30 centimetres. Rip it off, okay? And you just do one revolution, and that's your anchor point around the wrist. Up and over. You don't need to do it too tight because we're not doing anything for the wrist. If you wanted to do just the wrist, okay, and you wanted to avoid that motion as well, okay, then we will be focusing on that, the hand, and you go in and out. But that's more advanced type. Let's just focus on what we're being assessed on today, which is the thumb. Now, that knuckle is the one that predominantly is the one that gets affected, you know, obviously diving or getting caught in between, even a jersey as well, tackles, etc., etc. Ball hits it, oh shit, okay? We need to cover that particular knuckle. So that forms part of the assessment. So how do we do it? Look, this one's okay, so I'll show you how to do it with this one, then I'll go a little bit thinner as well, because I find a little bit thinner works a little bit better. So you're cutting off probably about 30 centimetres. Now I've used the elastic type ones, because with the elastic type ones, I just do figure of eights, continuous, without stopping. So I'll wrap, go over the knuckle, come back, go over the knuckle, and each time I'm going over, I'm going half. Half on the actual tape, half on the skin, half on the tape. So you want to do it 3 times, okay? So in this instance, you're going to loop it around the knuckle, up and over and finish. So where you start, you finish on the opposite side, as opposed to when we do a heel lock on an ankle, it's a little bit different, okay? So I'll just show you. You start off on the base like so. We're going to go over that knuckle. So this is just one revolution. In and around, up and over, and we finish off on the other side. Just watch the creases. The problem with this width is that it's higher chance of it getting the creases. So just take your time. Okay, so that's one. The next one then we'll go to show them. The next one will come up and over, and you may only need 2 in this regard because this is a wider type one. Okay. Off. Again, those who've got longer nails and the like, a lot of females, they've got the longer nails, just use the scissors. Okay, just cut them off. Okay. So again, we're going to go down the same spot. I'm not happy with that. When you're not happy with it, a little bit of perfectionist. When I see a crease, I go, just go again. Cut it off. Grab it. Take your time. This time round, we're going to go over, but half-half. Okay? Up and over, making sure that's firmly planted. Now this is the tricky part now where it can crease. So just take your time, up and over. And I should have gone probably a little bit longer for that, but that's fine. Watching the creases. Okay, this one I have to press down a little bit firmer. Up and down, should have gone a little bit longer on that one. Now I'll just show you how I do it with the thinner. Just find it wraps around the knuckle much better. Get about 30 this time. Rip it. There's only one side though that you can rip it from. Okay? And you'll find this length here probably a little bit better. And you can mould it around a little bit easier, as you can see. Back and over. So see how these come loose? This is where we now finish it off with another in and around, just to hold it in place. Okay? So 2 to 3, I'd go 3 revolutions on the thumb. Hold it in place, up and over. Something like that. Take your time. And the whole purpose now is, now sometimes they'll find, shit Chris, this is a bit too tight, or can you go again? So I possibly would go again over that knuckle, the second knuckle. Do a pinch test, especially on when you're doing the thumb. Hold it for 5 seconds, release, capillary refill. Do it on the skin as well, release, not too bad. And then try and lift that thumb back up. It's got some element of protection. We are covering that, because remember what we said, in between each joint there's little ligaments, and he's strained those ligaments there. So we are covering, protecting that. He can then do some tests to see if he can catch a ball. Yeah, I can catch it, that's good to go. Or, man, I probably want it loosened, or shit, can you go probably 2 more? Go a little bit tight, go over the top for me. They will gauge it, they will tell you whether it's comfortable or not. Okay? Now I need to show you that again.